What's happening, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the new LG Optimus Black. This is a handset which was originally released in March, but it was launched in India recently. The LG Optimus Black has a 4-inch touchscreen display which has a 480 by 800 pixel resolution, and it is also the world's brightest display at 700 nit. The LCD is the brightest LCD in the world, and after doing some research we did find out that this was the first device to have a 2 megapixel front facing camera as well. It's no longer the only device with a front facing 2 megapixel camera, but it was the first. Let's talk about the build quality of the device first. The device is extremely well built and is an extremely slim profile device. It feels really good in the hand, and there is no squeaking or tweaking from the device whatsoever. The device is a solid chunk and you can't even bend it. We really like the finish on it. It has tapered edges on the back side which makes it really comfortable to hold in the hand, and the location of the buttons is really convenient and easy to access, so you'll have no issues using this device. It also has a really nice secondary microphone on the top, and the charging and data syncing port is hidden behind a door. So that is something which is really nice. Also on the back we have interesting camera. We're going to talk about that when we get to the camera section. And you have a loudspeaker which is fairly decent. So let's go ahead and take a look at the user interface of the new LG Optimus Black. The LG Optimus Black runs Android 2.2, and LG has customized it with their own unique user interface. In front of this lock screen over here, you will see the date and time information along with your notification in this format. It's like a card. So you have your network information over here, and you can slide this card up to unlock the device. When you unlock the device, this is the LG user interface that you see. On the front here you get your weather information along with shortcuts to your applications. You can change these shortcuts according to your requirement, move them around and shift them around according to your convenience. You also have a standard notification panel on the top over here, which also has custom icons for turning aspects of the device on or off. You can mute and unmute the device from here. You can also turn on and off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS location services along with data services from here. You also have a quick media player in the notification panel to manage your audio files. In the bottom over here you get your standard notifications. We have email and Google Plus notifications coming over here along with SMS notifications. You get all sorts of notifications in the notification panel, hence the name. You will see really nice animation and graphics from this LG Optimus Black, and the screen is really nice and vivid. This is one of the brightest displays that we've seen on a device, and since it's a 4-inch screen, the 480 by 800 pixel resolution is pretty decent for a screen of this size, and it looks really nice. You have your standard 7-screen layout over here, which you can customize according to your requirement. You also have this canvas interface which lets you jump from one screen to the other screen with ease of access. It's almost identical to the HTC Leap. You can move these cards around, and you can also set them up as your default card. So when you press the home button, it will always come to that default card. Coming into the full application list, this is your standard application drawer. It is a single scroll application list instead of a paginated application list. And what LG has done unique over here is put the downloads in one section at the bottom of the list. So that makes it really convenient to jump to your downloaded application. And as you can see, the overall user interface is really fast and responsive, so we have no issues using this device. Quickly jumping into the phone dialer, you will see that it has really nice and large buttons to make calls. You also have a really nice call log and contact list over here. You can jump to your contacts without any issue. We'll quickly jump into the messaging and compose a new message to show you the keyboard. Keyboard is a really nice keyboard. It has large keys and it's an easy to type keyboard. The keyboard by default does not come with autocorrect, but you can turn that on by going into the keyboard settings. Going into the LG keyboard settings, you can set the keyboard layout, your language, your word suggestions, and you can set the LG keyboard settings as well. An interesting keyboard from LG. It's a really fast and easy to use keyboard, and this does have the number button on the bottom left, identical to the iPhone. So at least it's very easy for me to use since I'm an avid iPhone user. I'm going to quickly jump into the camera application and show you the camera on this device. This device has a really nice 5 megapixel camera, which is a very fast camera as well. It takes pictures almost instantly and you get the exact image that you wanted to click, and it's really responsive, and you can preview your images. By getting into the image gallery, you can pinch to zoom in and you can swipe left or right without any issues on this. Fairly standard camera application by LG over here, but you do have a lot of settings. You can switch to the front facing camera as well. Switch back to the rear facing camera. You get your zoom slider over here. You can also set the brightness. You can turn on or off flash, or you also have red eye reduction in this camera, which is really interesting. You can also go into the large number of settings that it provides. You can change the type of focus modes, the image size, the scene mode, the ISO settings, the white balance, color effects. You can set a timer, you can set the shot mode, image quality, auto review settings, and shutter sound settings. You can also change the type of focus from auto or macro, continuous focus, face tracking, or manual. You can also turn on or off geolocation. So it's a very nice camera application with a lot of features, and the picture quality from this camera is very, very good. We're going to have some samples on the full review page on iGyaan.in. Video recording is done at 720p, and we'll also have a video sample linked to this video, so go ahead and check that out to review the video quality. The interesting thing about the LG Optimus Black is that whenever you tap one of these function buttons at the bottom over here, they turn from a white to a blue color to give you feedback that the input has been received by the device. It's a really nice and unique feature. This is the only phone that we've seen with this feature, and it looks really nice. When you tap on the button, it changes its color. It looks really nice. This device also supports the new 3D maps from Google, which was just released a couple of days ago, and we were able to test those out on this. As you can see, we are currently zoomed into London, since none of the cities in India have 3D maps yet. But you can zoom into a certain level and you get 3D maps on this. You get the latest version of maps on the LG Optimus Black, and you can get voice guided navigation along with points of interest near your location. So it's a really nice and interesting maps application, and it works brilliantly on the LG Optimus Black. You have pinch to zoom, you can pan around. It's very smooth, as you can see, and no issues using the maps application. Let's quickly jump into the internet browser and go to our favorite website. We all know it's iGyaan.in. As you can see, it loads the website in mobile mode right now, and reading the text on the screen is really easy, as the display is really bright and clear with the resolution that it has. You can see kinetic scrolling is also really smooth. We'll switch to the full website. While it loads that, we're going to switch into landscape as well. As you can see that it has an accelerometer, and which is really responsive. As soon as the full website loads, you'll be able to see that kinetic scrolling in the full website is also really smooth. You can also pinch to zoom in and pinch to zoom out, which is very fluid, unlike other Android devices of this value. There is no choppiness in the browser, and you will see that it works really fast. This device also supports the latest version of Flash, so you'll have your Flash animations and your Flash videos running on the browser, so no issues with that as well. It's really nice and interesting browser from the LG Optimus Black. Let's quickly jump into the YouTube application, and I want to show you what videos look like on this device. Let's quickly play this video from iGyaan, and we turn it on high quality as well. So as you can see, the video quality is really nice, but the audio is not that great. The speakerphone is just barely audible, and we really dislike that about the device. It's time for some benchmarks, and I'm going to run Quadrant. The LG Optimus Black scores 1271 on the Quadrant benchmark test, which is below the Nexus 1, which is quite disappointing on this device. I'm also going to quickly run a NeoCore test to test the FPS on this device, or the graphic capabilities. So as you can see, the LG Optimus Black scores a 45.8 on the NeoCore test, which is also very, very disappointing on this device. One more thing that we like to bring to your notice or bring to your attention is that this device overheats a lot. In the time that we've done this video review, this device is overheated to an extent that I can barely hold on to this device because it's become so hot from the backside. And the other thing that I'd like to bring to your attention is that if I leave this device over here, notice the network signal on this device, and if I leave this device over here, you will notice that the network increases. And there we have about 3 bars on the network. And as soon as I hold on to this device, you will see that the network drops to just 1 bar. The network on this is really poor, and we faced a lot of dropped calls and a lot of unsent messages thanks to the network or the antenna gate. As soon as I hold on to this device, the network drops to 1 bar, and sometimes it just disappears completely. If I just leave this device on the table, I get about 3 to 4 bars of network without any problem. So that's something which is evidently there, and it doesn't even take half a second for the network to drop. All you need to do is just grab onto the device and you'll see that the network drops. So really poor network service from the LG Optimus Black. Not a great device in terms of benchmarks and in terms of network operation. You'll have a lot of issues using this on a lot of high graphic games and for making basic phone calls, which is the primary purpose of a phone. Before we conclude this review, I'm going to quickly run a bunch of games to show you what they look like on the LG Optimus Black. Starting with Angry Birds. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, this was a review of the new LG Optimus Black. Overall, a really nicely built phone with a lot of good features. Does not score well in the benchmarks and has a lot of issues with the network. It also overheats a lot. The device overall has a really nice display, has a really nice touchscreen. The keyboard is really impressive and has Android 2.2, has a portable Wi-Fi hotspot feature inbuilt as well. The battery life on this device diminishes incredibly when the device starts to heat up. LG really needs to step up their game and build better devices if they want to penetrate the Indian market. At this price range, at about 20,000 bucks, you can get a lot of better devices. So the LG Optimus Black is definitely not recommended by us simply because it fails to do basic things like be a great phone. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyaan.in or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, we've also launched a new YouTube channel called iGyaan TV, which is going to have a lot of new things, video interviews, giveaways, contests and all those going on. So go ahead, click on the video on the screen right now, go on to iGyaan TV, click on the subscribe button, it'll be really appreciated. And the more the subscribers, the more contests we're going to have. So go ahead, click on the subscribe button and subscribe to iGyaan TV for interesting things coming from iGyaan. If you have any questions or queries, log on to our forums at igyaanforum.com. If you have any comment or feedback, leave those in the comment section below. You can also catch us on Facebook and or Twitter. The links to those are at the end of this video or in the description below. For iGyaan.in, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you for watching.